Yo, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in on another episode of Closing Bell with Mr.Stacks. You know how we do it around this time. It's about 2 p.m., 1:53 p.m. to be exact, July 20th, 2021. And stock market, kind of a little choppy again today. We're not really seeing much of an upside on some of the stocks we were looking at this morning. But I kind of just wanted to touch base and go over as far as, how we're looking and what we're probably looking to see moving into tomorrow. Right now, I do got four stocks up, three of them which we covered this morning. And I went ahead and picked up a new one that I wasn't able to catch since this one didn't pop off until after the market opened up. But just to jump right in it today, off the back, we do have support.com, SPRT, for those of y'all that aren't familiar. We did start talking about this one Sunday evening moving into yesterday. And we took a position on this one yesterday. And I kind of just wanted to show you as far as how the chart's looking and see exactly, how we were moving today since the opening bell. Well, let me go ahead and zoom in here. So on the 30-minute, so we can go ahead and zoom out. As you can see, we had a nice little jump this morning. Volume's coming in as we predicted. Yesterday we seen the close around 140%, something like that, give or take. And today we pushed up, bringing in right now we're at 689% over our daily average. Normally we trade about 2 million shares, and we're actually trading closer to 17 million shares today. And as you can see, once that bell opened, the horses were off, and we hit about almost $6, coming down from this 450 mark or so. That quick pop up. We could have got in and out real quick. I was watching this, I'm trying to ride it all the way up. We ended up showing some resistance here. We ended up coming back down, and they started to sell off here. We've been moving sideways since, but we are starting to show a little bit more of an uptrend on the 30-minute chart, and we're starting to see the moving averages starting to squeeze here. With the volume continuing to come in, we may potentially see this jump back up and squeeze up to one of these highs again. We do have to break through the $5 mark, as you can see, holding on the trend line. But just to give y'all an idea of what we were looking at before we broke out here, what we were looking at yesterday. I drew the trend line, following our high, top, all the way down to bottom, you know what I'm saying? And this is what we're looking at. And as you can see, we got resistance, but we're still testing that level. We want to break out. You can see it happening multiple times. We test this level, we come back down, test it and come back down. Yeah, we are showing a lot of resistance. I mean, the short interest on here was almost 30%. It's like at 24% last time I looked. I'm gonna check that again this afternoon, maybe provide that tomorrow as to see if there's any changes on the last time we checked on that. But this is why there's a lot of selling and a lot of resistance on these levels. They're keeping the price, holding it back. But as the volume continues to build and the momentum builds, I mean, we can squeeze past and try to sell out a lot of these, push out a lot of these sellers out of their positions here. But this is on a 4-hour chart, and this is a healthy looking chart to me, as I called it a couple days ago. A reason I started focusing more on this. Today we saw that high pop, about $1 plus. We could have made some profits on. For those of y'all that were on board and were able to get in like I called it, you could have made you a quick little bit of change right there. But if those of y'all that haven't been able to trade this yet, I really feel like we're going to push back up and possibly past this point here. So I don't think it's too late. We're still holding certain levels here. 450, I believe I got in closer to $4 down here, $3.99 or something like that. I don't know, I forget, but yeah, I still feel like these are fair values here. But those of y'all that want to jump on a short-term trade, this is something I feel is going to pop moving into the week. We did see a little bit of play today, not much on an upside as we were hoping, but I don't think it's over yet as we're starting to squeeze through these moving averages here. But we're definitely going to keep this on the watch list, and we'll catch back up with this in the morning and see where we left off once the market closes today. Verb Technology is another one we're watching. This one was, I believe, at a high this morning. It did come down somewhere closer to $3 this morning. We popped up a little bit. But they did start to sell off the technology stocks today. We're seeing more of the healthcare stocks move rather than a lot of these other ones we've been focused on. But it happens, you know, they do cycle through the stocks. We can't always think that every day that the stock's going to keep going up. They do have to take a breather. They do have to come down, test certain levels, and eventually they'll start to pump up again. But that's pretty much what Verb Technology, VERB, is doing. I really feel like we got places to move here. I'm not sure if this will happen in the next day or so. We're still monitoring the levels. We didn't come all the way back down testing the 250 mark. We're still holding around 270 or so, coming up and down on the VWAP here. But we would like to break closer back up to $3. Once we can get back to $3, we can potentially start to see these newer highs here and maybe move up above that. I'm going to still dig into the numbers on Verb. This is something I barely jumped on board, I believe, yesterday. So I haven't had time to really dig into the company itself, but I'm going to be able to provide that soon here on one of my videos, and certainly update y'all on what's going on with these companies. XELA Technologies, another one. This one here actually had a small sell-off this morning. We came down to about 250 or so, and then we just a little while ago we started to push back up here. As you can see, broke through the VWAP. We hit about 290. We're coming back down though. We're floating around 270, 277, 280, and hopefully we can hold above the VWAP and maybe reach this $3 mark again. As you know, we've been following XELA for a while now. Today we don't have a lot of volume. We're only at 54% of our daily average, so the reason why we're not seeing too much movement on this stock today. But on the long-term chart, we're still looking pretty healthy. We're still holding our lowest key level here, which is around that 240 or so. We haven't come down that low, but I'm hoping to push back up to the $3 mark and maybe start to move up a little higher here. But XELA Technologies, this is one we're still watching. It's not over yet, I don't feel. We're just waiting for the volume to come back in once these buyers start to cycle back into the technology stock. So hopefully maybe in the next couple of days. I can't promise that'll happen. It could be holding stagnant at these levels for the next few days into a week or so before we start to see some upward play. But let's just see what happens here as we watch it. We'll continue to see if the volume starts to grow into the after hours and then moving into the morning here. Last stock of the day, excuse me, Neurometrix, NURO, N-U-R-O. This is a stock that seen some real big moves today. I wasn't able to cover this in my morning video, but as you can see, I believe right after I pretty much released it, we started to see some movement here, and there was an article released on some new technology or some devices they have as far as for helping nerve stimulation device. That's what it is, a nerve stimulation device for fibromyalgia. I know that's a critical like a pain kind of disease, makes your body ache and hurt, and knowing that they have some type of treatment for that, I mean, that's some pretty big news here for this company. Hopefully they're successful at what they're doing here and what they're developing, but this did cause this stock to just start going ham here, yo. We squeezed up from about $3 and we pushed all the way up to a high of $12 today. When you look at that, yeah, this is one I missed. I didn't catch this until after the bell rang. I can't catch them all as far as making the right moves. This would have been a good one for those. If you are able to see this one, jump on this trade. This would have been a good one, y'all. But maybe next time we'll be able to see some more of these plays here. This one may continue to still move high, but I'm not the type to buy on the high end. If anything, if it comes back down, testing maybe the $5 mark or so, that's when I'd probably be looking to buy into this stock here. But there's pretty much no levels to really indicate yet. It was just a quick parabolic move. And as we start showing some resistance here around the $12, I believe the RSI might have been a little high, so they started to sell off. But that's basically the highest stock movement, I would say, of the day. This one had a 230% gain, which is unbelievable, But we do see these sometimes happen with these stocks here. This is trading 163% above its daily average, and I did hope to see this one come back down so I can maybe jump on board here earlier, but it was already starting to move pretty rapidly, so I just decided to wait on the sideline on that one. far as the rest of the market, we did have some other players today. NRBO was one. This one did come up, test that high. It actually exceeded it slightly, but it ended up coming back down. I did mention this one this morning, but I didn't actually cover it. But as I predicted, it did come back down and didn't really break high enough for it to continue to rally. The other one that I believe that we were covering this morning, where are we at here? There was another one, but we already called that. We knew this one was going to come down. This one's had a last few days hitting those highs, so I already expected a pullback on that one. But yeah, I thought we had another one. Maybe it was NURO we were watching, because yeah, I'm not showing any others with the volume. Oh, actually it was MDWD. But yeah, this was just a straight sell-off. As you can see, we gapped up the pre-market and then they just sold it off as soon as the market opened. So this one kind of turned on us as to how I mentioned in the video, but it is what it is. We always can't call them all exact. But yeah, these are the ones we'll be focusing on moving into tomorrow here, and hopefully we can see some gains. Any comments y'all are able to provide as y'all's thoughts on some of these trades here, or anything new that y'all are looking at that maybe I haven't spotted yet, please feel free to share those comments for in the section below. You know, let me know as far as how y'all feeling about the week. Do you really concerned about the market sell-off that everybody's talking about and things like that? Me myself, I'm still involved in the market. I mean, I did lose some money on a downside today, but we're looking to make this money back, and we're used to playing the market, how it moves up and down, so we'll be all right, I'm thinking. But yeah, just let me know what y'all feel and what y'all think, man, moving into tomorrow, and just let me know anything else I can do for y'all in these videos. But we'll catch up with y'all then in tomorrow's session of Morning Hype, and we'll see what's going on then, y'all. Appreciate it. Later.